Emsolation is recorded on the stolen lands of the Wurundjeri people, the first storytellers of this country. We pay our respects to elders past and present and to any First Nations peoples listening. We acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Always was, always will be.
This is Emsolation.
Well, hello there and welcome to Emsolation. My name is Em Rusciano. I'm a writer, a singer, a stand-up comedian, a maximalist power queen, a neurodivergent magic brain, and a podcaster and a published author for the second time around. And together with my best friend since I was 11, award-winning screenwriter Mr. Michael Lucas, I bring you this podcast every week. Well, she's out in the world. Blood, Sweat and Glitter is in bookshops near you, hopefully, and if it's not, go in and demand it be. Go into your local bookshop, please, and ask for the book. And if they don't have it, recommend they order it. And also, put her in a prominent position. I'd like to see a lot of book espionage going on. My daughter was a part of some book espionage at the day we released. Just putting her in the eye line of people. To those of you who already have a copy, to those of you who have already read Blood, Sweat and Glitter, thank you. Please pop your reviews online because we're going to have to do our own guerrilla marketing campaign. It's been a bit of a shit show in terms of PR for me for various reasons, but I will now once more turn to my community and say, please go and whore my wares. This book is a year of my life. I've put everything into it. I stand by it. I'm proud of it. And I think once the reviews do start coming in, hopefully word of mouth and just you all talking about her helps. I'm still in Sydney and we had the Sydney book launch happening, and that is what you're about to hear. This episode that's about to hit your ears is what went down at the Paddington Anglican Church. Should I have been in a church? No. But, I don't know what happened. It wasn't my usual live event, but it had character. And as you're about to hear, it was wild. I was unhinged. I was feeling very uncomfortable in my outfit. I had a very heavy period come on. I was just feeling all the things on release day, and you're about to hear that explode out of me. Michael Lucas was hosting and asking questions. I am so grateful to everybody who came on a Tuesday night in the rain to a church. Oh my God, I can't even saying that out loud. And thanks to everybody who came in Canberra, also at the Canberra Writers Festival. She's out. I feel like crying every time I say it. My voice is cactus. I've been coughing so much. Sydney is serving up the hay fever / asthma situation. Next week, you're going to be hearing my interview with All's Faircast. And then the following week or week after, I am heading to a foreign country to interview the cast of an upcoming sequel. Who can say what it is? I don't know if I'm allowed to tell everybody yet. There's exciting times ahead. I've also been nominated for the Marie Claire Women of the Year Awards, which is a huge honour. It's all happening. It's all happening. But we'll throw right now to the Sydney book launch, where the first thing I notice is a painting. Thanks for being here, Emsolators. Please get yourself a copy of Blood, Sweat and Glitter. Review it online. Have I said that? Anytime you can, write about it or recommend it to a friend, do. You can obviously still order them online, signed copies, but there's nothing quite like going into a bookshop, is it? Just having a little smell of the book. Audiobook will be out next week. Yes, the audiobook is coming on Audible. It's very different to the written word. There's voices. My whole press club speech is in there. So for those of you hanging out for it, I promise you it's coming. It's being finished up this week. It was very much interrupted because of my pneumonia situation. Really put everyone out. So sorry for that. All right, my loves, enjoy.
Hello, we're recording, just checking which mics are... Shit, come here. Talk to
Hello.
the mic.
Yes, hello.
Talk.
Yes, the levels are working.
It says off.
All right,
Who cares? Go.
Okay. So, Amelia.
Michael Lucas, welcome to the Sydney launch of Blood, Sweat and Glitter. Tonight there has been all three in the last half an hour. In this church. I'm surprised we're not both incinerated by now. Stunning painting depicts Leviticus chapter 17, verse 9. Thou shalt shoot infant in eye with tit milk.
If anyone does know the story behind that painting in a religious context, we are really interested.
Okay, you better start.
Anyway, okay. Blood, Sweat and Glitter. Coming of middle age.
The fancy water, that's spared no expense.
Let's stay focused. So...
Ableist.
I would love to know...
I can't, Michael, I'm ADHD.
Oh.
Did you guys know I'm ADHD? Sorry, I forgot to mention it, like the christening story.
If only you documented it.
If only I talked about it more.
If only. What was the original pitch of this book when you first went into the publishing house? Or
You're
when they
really just
approached
repeating
you?
questions from camera.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yes I am, all right? Because you said I was going to be able to.
You're a writer. No. What was the question again, please, Tony? Barber.
I would prefer to be called Yana. What was the original pitch of Blood, Sweat and Glitter? What was the genesis? What was the genesis?
The press club. I didn't pitch it. I was in demand. There was a bidding war, yes, between Penguin and Pantera.
Oh, is this what Virginia Woolf does? Talk about the bidding war that happens between the various publishing houses? Yes. And how did the war take place?
The war took place after the National Press Club address, and both Penguin and Pantera were keen for me to write something around being neurodivergent, and I was very tired and had a lot on, so I said, tell me what you've got. And so they both came in with ideas, and Pantera won because Tom, my homosexual, amazing camp editor, put glitter on the proposal, and Penguin did not, and here we are.
That was what sealed the deal.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you only need to look at Tom for an instant to see why he won that battle.
Where are you, Tom? Come on! This is Tom. Every stand up.
You can just stand up.
This is my editor, Tom. My long-suffering editor.
Yeah. Well, is he long-suffering? So Tom, for those who don't know, becomes quite the character in this book.
Yes.
I think it's fair to say...
I feel like we're not at the same level. Okay.
In what respect? Okay, you need to be higher?
No, this is great.
Okay. So comfortable.
I'm going to put on my civvy clothes, as long as everyone gets a nice photo.
She warned me that I might need to feel as she goes and literally gets changed into more comfortable clothes.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Which will be the second time I've
Normally
had to
the costume changes get better. I'm going to go put on my little cotton-on dress that I wore here. Everyone get a photo in this frock and then we'll... Yeah. Oh my God, she looks so amazing. Yep, go. Next question. This is chaotic. It's the lighting. I can't do it.
Chaotic is a good word to describe, in some ways, the form of the book, in a good way. Because...
Segue.
Yes, thank you. Because the book there's comic strip moments, there's bits where you break into written dramatic scenes. There are sometimes scientific breakouts where you give medical advice. It's not self-help, but you'll learn a lot from it. And then there's all sorts of various different forms of personal narrative. Why? I mean, I think all of us can know why you're attracted to the chaos, but this one is much more form-shifting than any other writing you've done. So was that always your intention, or did it just naturally come out that way?
Yes, because I didn't want to get bored, and I was getting bored, so I had to change it up every chapter, but also I know my audience, and a lot of people already are saying they haven't picked up a book since Year 11 English, but they're making it... There you go. But this one is easy to read. And as if I was going to write a book about neurodivergence for neurodivergent people and not figure out the font to use, how often to change the topic in the chapter, to put pictures in. I've written it for you all because you need it. You fucking need it. So I'm not going to deliver it in a way that you can't absorb it.
But the audio book will be out next week. That's also different again. We've put in lots of sound effects for you, meerkats on acid, don't worry. But yeah, no, it's the way it was written, it's deliberately to hold people's attention. There's little breakouts, there's lots of side quests. I put in little information boxes so you never have to leave the book to go and Google something, because you know what happens when you go and Google, then you end up on Instagram and then you're stalking your high school sweetheart, and at the dog's wedding in Hawaii, 58 pages deep, and you accidentally like it, and then what the fuck are you going to do? That will never happen with my book. You'll never have to put it down. This has been written that way. Yes, that does sound mildly threatening.
And in quintessential M style, it pivots wildly from there's dissections of why you love Dolly Parton,
yes,
straight to very specific neuroscientific tables, all sorts of things.
I can be all things. Don't limit me. Don't put me in a box. I can be cerebral and I can quote Steel Magnolias on the 3rd page. Guess what quote I used from Steel Magnolias? My favourite emotion. Yeah.
Oh, not drink the juice, Shelby.
Drink your juice, Shelby? No, it was Dolly.
Was there ever a moment when Tom, your editor, cautioned and said, should we just go for some sort of stylistic consistency, or did he just cling on for dear life?
Do you wish to field this question, Thomasina? Thomasina never put the brakes on me ever once. The only people to put the brakes on us were the lawyers.
Well, we're not recording, so please say more.
No. No, it was funny because I sent the book off and Tom's like, we're getting it to the lawyers. And I said, okay, fine, I'm not attached to anything, whatever changes they want to make, fine. And I didn't pay attention to any of the changes because emails, lawyers, bleh. And then I finally read my book and they really took out a lot. I really fucking went to town. I don't know what I was thinking when I handed over version 1. I was flat out naming people and putting their streets.
That probably would have been a step too far.
Yeah. But no, the lawyers were probably the biggest stopgap and handbrake for me. But otherwise, no. But that was all part of the contract. It was, I had complete creative control. I was willing to walk away from this book too because it was a lot of work. I think part of me was secretly hoping I made so many demands that both Penguin and Pantera were like, fuck this bitch, it is not worth it. But no, I knew if I was going to go into this, it had to be exactly how I wanted it to be, and I knew it was going to be the kind of first book of its kind. And I did say, it's going to be part Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, and it's going to be part like bit of self-help, and there's going to be a lot of kind of confessional stuff, and there'll be some script, I do want to put some scripts in there in case you want to do some acting, and like all of that's in there. And Tom never once questioned it. And I mean, good luck if he had tried, because he's literally reading how angry I am, how I'm snapping at people, I have no patience for questions, how I'm ready to just run right. And I just feel like there's a lot of fear because he was fielding the words and editing the rage, and I think he knew. He
was maybe in fight or flight mode himself.
Probably, which a lot of people are in my orbit. I don't know why.
I certainly am empathising
but
now.
The reason Pantera also won out in... What do you mean?
No,
don't show off in front of your little friends.
Well, then talk about the writing process, because as you've said that you almost wanted them to say no to the book because the process of writing it was going to be difficult in terms of concentration, in terms of emotion and everything, and I imagine it was. And so how did you get past that and commit yourself to staring at a screen? What were your strategies? Because...
Waiting till the last minute.
Right.
It's classic ADHD strategy, you're all aware of it.
Yeah.
The deadline was fast approaching. Tom lied about the deadline 3 times. So he'd give me one deadline and he'd be like, no, you've got a week, and I haven't started the chapter, and each chapter's, 8,000 words? About that? And I'm like, yeah. And then the Thursday before it's due on the Friday, I'm like, I'm going to get it to you, Tom, I'm going to get it to you. And then he'd be like, it's all right, you've got another week. I'm like, fuck.
I'm surprised he managed it 3 times. I would have thought by the 3rd time the jig was up.
I'm very simple in those type of situations because I don't like a lot of details. I don't like a lot of information. I like to know the information
as I need to know it. Like, don't give me weeks and weeks advance because it's too much.
Yeah.
So he learnt that very well. Also, he learned to not harass me. The more he came for me, the more I was like, I just ghosted Tom so many times. And he learnt that very quickly. I think that's because he's a gay man in Sydney. Like, you've got to really do the
ghosting's a
dance.
thing? Okay, yeah.
I think, you've got to be a little bit slutty, a little bit hard to get, a little bit in, then gone.
Editing you was just like another experience on the app.
Like going to Fitness First in Darlinghurst. The only people in this room that truly appreciate that are part of my guest list.
Yeah.
He really had to approach this, like I was a bear in the woods with a sore paw. Just walking around me and just, right, do you need anything? No! Okay. Just checking in. But the writing process in the end, it was easy when I don't know, if you are ADHD and the inspiration strikes and it flows through you like faith, like as close as I'll ever get to Jesus is when I'm in flow with being creative and I don't think about what I'm going to write. People often, sit down and, they say the words in their head and then, do you write like me? Like, does it just come out of you or do you think about it before you write? Like, do you think about what you're going to write before you write it?
Yeah, I think about what I'm going to write before it. No, right.
Well, you've seen that. We're writing together at the moment. It just flows.
But also, in screenwriting, we have plotting meetings and then I have to deliver beat sheets and breakdowns and blah, blah, blah.
So you're saying your work's harder?
No, but I'm saying there's a limit to how spontaneous I can be.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's just the process. Yeah. And frankly, it's the pay structure. So I want to invoice for every single stage that I can.
Well, I'm not in this for the money.
Yeah.
I really enjoy writing once I get there, but it's really hard for me to get. I'm like a cat, I've got to circle and I've got to find the right spot and be comfortable and have the right snacks. And my pants can't be too tight and I can't be dehydrated. Maybe my eyes are dry and there's all these things. And then finally, when I get in flow, I've usually got to leave the house 10 minutes later. Once I'm in, this book came out of me so easily because it's just, I didn't have a choice. I wanted to write erotic fiction. That was what I was planning on doing. And I'm still going to write erotic fiction. My dream is to be the most prolific, erotic, smutty, slutty, for the smart woman AFAB queer.
The thinking woman.
The thinking woman,
word
smart, the smart sluts out there. That's where I want to spend my retirement. Like I said the other night, like Judy Nunn, Ailsa from Home and Away.
Yeah. That's how you want to finance
pumps out 4 books. How many books does Ailsa pump out a year, Tom? 2? 1. Okay, whatever. In my mind, it's like 8.
Yeah.
But one a year, she just sends it down from the mountaintop where she is with her goats and chickens and bananas and lives off the proceeds of that. That's what I want to be.
That's your dream.
Slutty, erotica, fantasy, Viking, vampire.
Also, children's books.
That's the next.
And I'm not kidding, that is seriously the combo that she's going for. She wants to be...
I didn't think about that. Is in the history of the literary world, is there a slashie of smart erotica children's author?
I don't know. 50 Shades one day, Magic Faraway Tree the next.
Or just a combination. Mum reads half the book, hand it over to the kid. It's one of those flip overs, turn it. When I write my erotic fiction, the front covers, not since the days of Mills and Boon, and I'm going to be the woman on the front in every single book.
To what extent did you take artistic control of this photo?
It was my idea. That photo shoot, I knew that I wanted it to be 80s dynasty, exclusive photography. I knew I had to attract people in the bookshop, my people, and it needed to be the equivalent of a dopamine hit. And I don't know, the cover came to me before the book, classic. But it's meant to be kind of taking the piss, but also very much a part of who I am. But inside the book, it's quite serious and sad sometimes. So anytime it gets a bit much, you can just look back at the front cover.
Or the back cover, where indeed...
I wanted that to be the shot. But then Tom said we do want straight people to buy the book also.
If you can't see... I think there's a certain straight market that would be in the
Not the market I want.
It's just Em doing a very flexible leg raise with a magnificent heel.
Yeah, no, the cover was important. And Tom, did I have a bit more input than most authors do into the front?
Did she reject a few designs?
Yeah.
I should hope so.
And Odette, my middle daughter, did the cover concept as well. So I was able to literally birth and grow the artist so it was exactly how I wanted it. And I sat next to her and every single, I'm like, no, change that colour, change that colour, change that, yeah, no, move that, no, I want that there. It was heaven for me.
We should also say that Odette has done some illustrations on the inside as well.
There's a beautiful, in the middle, there's a full colour illustration of her. She drew a picture of me and she said, this is how I like to think of you. Oh, I'm getting teary. And it's me in my most favourite position in bed, binge watching RuPaul, both dogs on my leg, and she just drew it. Like, she didn't have to, but she just said it came to me. And so I demanded that Tom put it full colour in the book. All the other illustrations are in black and white. But that is, I want to get that made into a painting. Are any of you painters? Any of you painters? That's surprising, you're all dressed like art teachers. There's a lot of gorman in this room tonight. I want to get that made into a painting. That's my most favourite part of the book, is that picture, because that's my happy place.
And then, in a full circle moment, Odette now works in a bookshop, and so today she had the experience
of unpacking my book.
last night, in fact.
Yesterday, yeah. She unpacked my book in the bookshop she works in, and she saw me struggle. She saw how hard it was as a neurodivergent person with dyslexia who has, a lot of issues with sitting still and writing things down. She got to see the end product of that. So, I mean, in terms of parenting wins, it doesn't get more richer than that, because I actually fucking followed through on something, and she got to unpack it and put on the shelves, and she also was a part of it. So it's really kind of magical. Yeah.
And so have you today been able to slip into, you've been into a couple of bookshops?
The two bookshops on this street I noticed didn't have my book, Homophobic.
And in fact, one of them is indeed a queer bookshop.
Indeed. And,
well, are they?
But I did go into Dimmick's in George Street, and she was there. But I think a lot of shops were maybe just unpacking her today, and she'll be out tomorrow. But.
And did you get, I mean, as you say, you were struggling with dyslexia. So do you feel a nice sense of, is it wistful, or is it vengeance, or is it...
No, I did. I've always been a storyteller, and I loved to do it as a kid, but any time I would write the short stories and hand them in, they would just come back full of red lines, and so I was really discouraged. I wrote letters backwards. I sometimes had to, draw pictures for words, and my sentence structure, I don't like to use a lot of punctuation, or there's just a lot of commas and a lot of parentheses. Like, I have a lot of side quests going on with a lot of brackets required. And she would say, too many words, Emmy, you're using 50 when you could use 10. And I'm like, I like the colours of the words. And then she said, words don't have colours, and she didn't know, and I didn't know that I have synesthesia. Yeah, no, it's nice. I've always wanted to do this, and as we all know, as discussed, when I'm the world's foremost erotic fiction/children's author,
I have concerns about the all-in-one
I don't care for your concerns. I don't care for your negativity. You'll be helping me edit them, so...
Madonna wrote children's books and put out the sex book. So there you go.
And if mother can do it, exactly.
So
see?
Can you.
You all know Madonna's my biological mother. I gave up, and I got up in front of my class and told everybody that, and then sung like a prayer a cappella. And people did not join in, and it still haunts me to this day.
Amongst many other things, amongst the Steel Magnolias and amongst everything, obviously, triple whammy diagnosis of ADHD, autism, and then, just to top it all off, menopause.
Yeah,
so,
it nearly killed me, writing it. I left nothing on the page. I left nothing off the page, is what I should say, because I was cracked open, and writing became a therapy. It became a way to make sense of all this shit that was going on for me, and there was a lot going on for me that I couldn't talk about publicly, and I wanted to, because so many women at my age do leave their relationships or are having real struggles with their partners or their workplaces. You think it's you think you're broken, and we're not told that there's this huge estrogen exodus, and we think about our mums and the boomer women who just all of a sudden were eating a lot of soy and linseed and slamming cupboards. And, I have a lot of issues with my mum, because when she went through menopause, I didn't know, but she became a whole different person, and I've become a whole different person. So this book enabled me to kind of untangle all of that.
And you were able to have a little bit of a moment with your mum where she sort of acknowledged that period of time, because she never spoke to you about any of it, right?
No, and she raw-dogged it. She didn't have any medication, nothing. She just all of a sudden she was a monster. And she acknowledged that after I made the Rage Against the Vagine podcast. But yeah, I think this book gave me a chance to figure it all out, and it is very honest, and it is completely unfiltered, and I wrote it in stolen moments of absolute duress, but it was therapy for me. Like, you'll get that sense when you read it. It's a different side, I think, to me, and a lot of people have said that already, but I just want it to be there for you all when you're in the fetal position at 2 a.m. questioning your life and all that you hold dear, and when your jeans won't fucking do up and you're still eating the same, but all of a sudden you're 5 kilos heavier and you don't know why. And yes, body positivity, but we all want to wear our jeans. And I just want it to be that thing that I needed, I guess is what I'm trying to say. When I was in my darkest times, I want you to look at your bedside table and see that ridiculous woman on the front cover and know that, that you're not alone. As trite as that sounds, it's truly why I've done this.
But also in classic Em style, it pivots from the sublime to the ridiculous to the painful to the... Because, all of this was playing out through the lockdown period, and so there's parts of it that are literally about objectification of state medical officers.
Oh, yeah, the Auslan guy with a huge dick.
Well, we're in New South Wales.
Do you know what I forgot was in the book? Oh.
What?
The full breakdown of the Wiggles sex fest. And Lockie Wiggle wants me to be on his podcast.
Will he be sent an advance copy?
Like, literally in the book, I talk about... So, okay, right. So, you know how Lockie Wiggle, the purple Wiggle, was married to Emma Wiggle, the yellow Wiggle, and then they consciously uncoupled? Well, Lockie Wiggle then got together with one of the Wiggle ballerinas, okay? Now, there is a scene, which I became obsessed with, where Lockie Wiggle takes his new girlfriend to cheer up his ex-wife because she is sad. She's a little yellow bird that needs cheering up. So he brings the new ballerina girlfriend to cheer up the ex-wife in a scene on the Wiggles. Simon, the red Wiggle, married to Dorothy the dinosaur. Like, the incest. Like, if there was a Wiggles up late, I would watch the shit out of that. And I started, going back in seasons of the Wiggles and seeing if Emma was wearing her ring or if she wasn't. Like, did she look particular? Like, imagine standing next to the man you're divorcing singing toot toot chaga chaga big red car and all the smiling. Anyway, I forgot that was in the book.
Also, you should do erotic fiction about a children's entertainment group. Oh. That might be the perfect fusion.
Now you're being interesting. You should be a writer. No, but... what am I going to do about Lockie's podcast? He hasn't read the book.
Perfect opportunity. Well, I mean, he's asked for it, literally.
And he wants to interview me. Appreciate
The other unbelievably surreal thing that happens is, of course, that you end up on The Masked Singer as a toilet dolly.
Correct.
Performing with Anastasia
and
Macy Gray.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, and in fact, you have done Osher Günsberg's podcast, have you not? Mm-hmm. Is that coming out?
Next week, I think.
Do you cry?
Nah.
No.
It was kind of nice. He was the first press I did. He was there for the Australian Idol experience, and he was there for the Masked Singer experience, so it was good.
Two very different versions of you.
And the Masked Singer was the greatest professional experience I've ever had, and I loved it so much, and it enabled me to just sing in a mask. And in that process, I unmasked. So it's very poetic. You probably wouldn't get it.
I mean, she's a writer.
That is a very close photo. I'm going to need you to hold the camera slightly higher and just pop a flash on. Just take it candid. She's so candid. She's so natural. And on that note, please congratulate and thank published author Amelia Rossiano. Thank you for coming to a house of worship on a Tuesday night. I promise you I'll be bringing the show to the Enmore next year. I'll be coming back to do stand-up with the band. I'm now going to go and sign books and talk to you all and have a little chat and be in each other's presence. I know this is no small thing that you came out tonight. I really appreciate it. And please tell everyone about the book. That's all I have to say. Thank you and good night.
Ooh, that's a fun.
Okay, well, that was chaotic. I don't know how that's turned out. I really wish Ben and Zeke Luck, because I am recording this outro pretty much straight after I recorded the intro, and I will not have heard the middle part. I don't know what has come of it, but I do know that next week you'll be hearing from me, you'll be hearing from Naomi Watts, Niecy Nash Betts, a little lady by the name of Glenn Close, don't call Glenn Close a little lady, and Sarah Paulson from the new Disney Plus show All's Fair. Very exciting. That's it from me, from your author, pal, Em Rossiano. Get out there and get blood, sweat and glitter for me, please, would you? I did the thing and now I need you to show up for the thing. And it's worth it because the thing is, I think, pretty good. Oh, God. Chat soon. Most beautiful, lovely Emsolators. Bye-bye.
Extra.
It's Emsolation Extra. Coming up on Emsolation Extra. Hi there and welcome to the Sealed section, where I will be giving you my thorough opinion on Lily Allen's divorce album, West End Girl. I have much to say on this topic because it is hitting a little close to home. Some may say it's like staring into the sun. But I'm going to talk about my feelings about David Harbour. I'm going to talk about the mysterious Madeline. I'm going to talk about all of the tracks. Also coming up on today's Sealed section, I have begun watching Hunting Wives. Oh boy. Republican NRA loving lesbians in bad wigs. Who's been reading my dream diary? That is what you will be experiencing right now if you are a subscriber. If you are not a subscriber, we're going to gently fade me out. And scene. Okay, let's get into it.
Emsolation with Em Rossiano is recorded at Down the Hill Studios. Hosted by Em Rossiano with Michael Lucas. Executive produced by Benjamin Wasley. Produced by Em Rossiano. Edited by Ezekiel Fan with videos by James Henderson. Socials by Benjamin Wasley, Em Rossiano and Marcella Rossiano Barrow with assistance from Jim Evans and Isabella Hines. You'll find links to get more Emsolation on Instagram at Emsolation Podcast. And thanks for listening. We can't wait to chat with you again soon.